Welcome everyone to another episode of Under the Scope podcast. Hey, remember guys, if you guys have seen just this week alone, we had two interviews. Actually, last week, on Friday, we had two interviews. I don't know why the days are meshing together, but however, we had two great interviews. You guys saw them live here. So this podcast goes live on Mondays at 5 p.m. PST, and it goes live again on Fridays at 5 p.m. PST. So today, again, we have another special guest. And I know I keep saying that, but every guest is special, right? Like every guest takes the time. They're trying to accomplish something in gaming. You know, they go by a gamer tag, and that's what we're here. We're here to tell everyone's story. So I hope you guys stick around for the next 30 minutes or so that we can hear what our good friend TonyTobiMontana has to say, and how did he come up with the name, who he is, and what he's trying to accomplish. So without further ado, everyone, let's go ahead and welcome him in. Hey, what's going on, Tony? How you doing today?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing well, doing well. First of all, just thank you so much for taking the time to, to come out on Under the Scope podcast.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Yeah, so tell us, great name. TonyTobiMontana.
I appreciate
Where did that name come from? How did you get your gamer tag?
Well, first, before I start, I just want to appreciate you for having me. It means a lot. Kind of being able to open up to people, like small streamers like myself. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate being on. But
Thank you.
But where my name came from? So my name, I wanted something catchy with my name, so I wanted to come up with something people would kind of notice.
Okay.
Tony is obviously my first name. Toby is from Naruto. It's from Obito. If anybody watches Naruto, it's Toby.
I do. Okay.
And then Montana is Montana, man. That's my thing. I love Scarface. I love all my movies. Scarface, Godfather. I've been watching that since I was a kid. And growing up, my dad and my brother, we used to watch Godfather, Scarface, Goodfellas, you name it. We've watched all of it. Casino, everything.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
that's it. TonyTobiMontana, man.
There you go. Say hello, everybody, to TonyTobiMontana. Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. All right. So, well, thank you so much. Like, I keep saying this in every single podcast. Like, no joke. Everyone's name is so unique. It's like literally awesome to hear where the name came from. Like, you ever wonder, like, I mean, I don't know about before, but now maybe, or even before, did you ever wonder where those people came up with their name? Have you ever asked someone about how they came up with their gamer tag before?
Yeah, all the time, actually. I'm very curious about that because that's your identity.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you don't know what the person's real life is. Like, this is what they put out in front of everybody, and this is what they see. And everybody's unique, and it either could be something random, like super random off the rip, like anything, or it could be something super personal or anything. It's just a unique name that I think that it's awesome with video games and like with Twitch and everything. It's just kind of figuring out where that is and kind of getting to know the person based off of something like that.
And that's exactly why we're here. I've been curious, and all these people I ever met, I'm like, man, I wonder where they got their, their name from, So I've always wondered, and so now it's like, oh man, I get to tell their stories, hear how they came up with their gamer tag, why, and it kind of, but see, there's a lot to it, like how you come up with your name, to the person you are, to the individual you are, how does it represent you, stuff like that. That's the story we want to hear, So with that said, tell us a little bit about who Tony is.
Tony. So Tony is a kid growing up in Southern California. I was born and raised in SoCal. Both my parents are immigrants. My dad came from Lebanon and my mom came from Armenia. So they both came from extremely difficult circumstances, moved to the United States, met each other, and then out popped my brother, and then eventually this adorable face.
That adorable face.
And then born and raised in Southern California. Been video gaming my whole life. Like, I've been playing video games since '64. I play games like Mario Party, GoldenEye, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, all that stuff back in PS1. Been playing video games my whole life, and that's just all it is. Like, my parents, they're really good with money, and so basically the way it worked in my house was like this. if my brother and I retained good scores or good grades in anything, we get games. So that was an incentive that we took. Like we took it personally. We're like, we're gonna get everything. So we got great great grades our whole lives. I got A's throughout everything, and I got all the. I was blessed to be able to get all the games, and I've been playing everything. I play anything and everything. I
Really?
played Metal
Okay.
Gear Solid. I played games like Metal Gear Solid to like Hogwarts Quidditch World Cup to like Call of Duty. I
Yeah.
played video games like my whole life, and
Yeah.
it's like the one thing that I always enjoy, and I love it.
Did you
And
play
so,
Nintendo 64?
lots of Nintendo 64.
Do you
Like
remember a
going,
game by the name of Army Men? It was like
yes,
little characters, like the little army
mm-hmm,
men, and you used to like go
yeah,
into like the bathroom area, and you could climb like the toilet and the
mm-hmm.
bathtub. Dude, that was so fun. That was like the first, like honestly, battle royale type deal game.
It
If you
is,
really think
yeah.
about it, because it was like 4 players on Nintendo 64, and you
I
could
remember the
like,
case. I remember the case right now,
right?
like the little green arm. I remember
Yeah,
that vividly,
yeah,
bro. That
dude.
was my shit, bro.
So what are you trying to do, Tony? Like, what do you, I mean, I know we game and we play,
Yeah,
obviously, I don't know if you've heard the other podcast, but a lot of people are into community building,
yeah, for sure,
so,
for
some
sure.
have identified, who they kind of want to be in the gaming
Yeah.
community. And then some are still trying to figure it out. Where do you fall?
So I want to have a community where um essentially where everybody kind of like we do community nights. I want to do community nights. That's one thing I want to do for sure. But I want
Okay.
to build a community of people who are like-minded people who want to either compete in games or have like not just one thing but like different things, like different segments of things. Like I want to be able to have one side of it for content creation and
Hmm.
one side of it for a competitive side, and then another side for people who enjoy just strictly like story arcs. I want to be
Okay.
able to have like different tiers of things with the community, and I'm gonna start that with us, like especially obviously with my Discord. I'm gonna start that up and have like, but that's my goal, to create an ability to be able to cater to separate needs and be
Yeah.
able to work with it. That's ultimately my goal.
Okay. Well, and that's a great goal to have. Like I said, I think right now, as I explained in other podcasts, like the communities right now are so broken and segregated into different
Yeah,
things that not one Discord can facilitate everything, And I
exactly.
believe that there is a way to like kind of bring those communities together, but there's still some figuring out to do, right? But it's going to take people
Exactly.
like yourself to make this happen. What does Tony want to accomplish besides that? Like, what do you stream, Tony?
I do stream. I stream on Twitch.
Okay. Why are you streaming?
So streaming, I see it as a platform to be able to do a whole lot.
Okay.
So like back in the day, so when I was in the military. So back when I was in the military, I used to watch a lot of like lots of streamers, like early streamers like PewDiePie, like Machinima and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that it was something that was cool. Like in general, like to the base core of things, it's you playing video games with people that are your friends.
Yeah.
And so I took that and I said, that seems like something. I love video games. I can keep myself entertained for hours. Might as well do it. It seems like such a simple concept, but you can do so much with it. And I see people taking it to where they create organizations with it, where they touch people like different people from the world. They get to communicate for different people around the world, and you get to expand this brand that you can eventually create. And so that whole concept just drew me in immediately. And so I immediately was like, you know what, might as well go for it. And I think I'm someone entertaining. I try to keep everything going, but eventually, like one of the things I want to do is I want to do like work with charities,
Okay.
like work with like certain charities, like we do Warrior Project, or work with cancer research foundations, stuff like that, to kind of work with foundations that are near and dear to my heart,
Yeah.
and then be able to kind of give back to communities and help people. And I'm small right now. I haven't even made affiliate yet, but I'm still like moving for like later on. I'm never going to forget where I came from.
Yeah.
Like that. Keep that mentality, especially from the military. Like I never forgot where I came from, no matter what.
Yeah.
And so always want to move forward, help people, and create like a positive environment for people to be able to come to and kind of get away from everything else going on in the world right now. And so it just all about it is just seems like nothing but positive things you can get into.
Fez says we will get you to affiliate in no time.
I appreciate it. That's my
Yep.
goal. I mean, I'm working. I'm always grinding with this. This is a thing that I'm taking extremely seriously. I'm grinding it as much as possible, kind of get my name out there and being able to kind of spread out and get a reach on everything.
Yeah. So what What is your stream schedule like? Times and days?
Um, it's Monday through Friday. It
Okay.
is 2:30, roughly around from 12 Pacific Standard Time to 2:30 Pacific Standard Time to about 8 o'clock. So
Okay.
it could be anywhere from a 5 hour to a 7 hour stream, but Monday through
Okay.
Friday.
Right now, I know you play all kinds of games, but what's your
hmm
go-to games right now?
So right now it's been mostly
Okay.
Apex, Fortnite, and Call of Duty. That's kind of like my top three right now. When Harry Potter is gonna be on that list immediately because I'm a Harry Potter fanatic through and through. I've read the books, watched the movies, but
Okay.
Apex Legends is kind of my thing. I played a little bit of Apex earlier.
Yeah.
But I love shooters. That's my thing. I love shooting people. That's my thing. I love it. Move
Uh,
and shoot and communicate with people. It's so much fun.
so Fez says, ask Tony about his gambling point system. Other than his awesome content, his point system is my second one reason why I like his stream. All right. Well, tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about your gambling point system.
So it's from Stream Elements. Anybody can do it. It's really fun.
Okay.
I've gotten it from a few of my friends. It's basically where you can create your own currency
Uh-huh.
and you can bet money. It's not money. It's I call it bounty because you want to
Yep.
make it fun. So you bet bounty. You can duel people for bounty. You can play slots for bounty. And what you can do is you can as a creator, I can create raffles,
Okay.
and you can do a command join, and it's a prize pool of I think either 1,000 or 5,000 points, and it's fun. It creates interaction amongst the my chat, and everyone kind of tries to one up each other. So Fez was going at it with Galileo the other day, and they went back and forth and dueling for points, and it was awesome. It's a fun way for them to kind of do something while in the middle of a lull. If I'm doing like a be right back,
Yeah.
so it's a really good system that they have, and it allows for interaction that I really do enjoy.
Well, it seems like I got to try it out too myself.
It's dope.
So yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, I literally got to try it out now. So
Yeah, I have dad jokes too. You can do a command dad jokes, and it
uh
gives you
huh,
random dad. It gives you random dad jokes. I have facts. You can do command facts,
uh
and it
huh.
gives you the most obscure fact you could ever think of. Some of them are about things that I never even knew, and so
So wait,
there's
you're
there.
educating people as they're watching the stream as well.
Oh yeah, I'm a multi tool.
What house you choosing in Hogwarts? Ooh, from Jordanis.
Gryffindor for sure.
Gryffindor.
That's
All
my
right.
thing. I'm a Gryffindor. So the funny thing is, so growing up reading the books,
Yep.
it's got to be Gryffindor.
Same. I read the books as well. So Gryffindor it is.
And I love Quidditch. Like Quidditch is so good. Like I said, I played Hogwarts Quidditch World Cup like religiously.
Really?
I
Okay.
love that. I love that game. It's so much
So I've
fun.
never played Hogwarts video games. I'll tell you right now. I've never tried them
Really?
out. Yeah. I've been
Okay.
told by a lot of people, especially now, like during these podcasts where like Jordan is and I think it was Big Will and a bunch of
hmm
others, like I've been seeing more talks about, Hogwarts now, video games
Yeah.
than I've ever seen. So it's crazy. Now it's
Yeah.
like, man, I want to try it out.
Well, yeah, because the new game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I was telling her, kind of disappointing, isn't it? Because there's like no online or multiplayer, I heard.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's just
it
like
is what it
campaigns,
is.
right? Like local
Uh-huh.
filed campaigns, right? That's it.
It is, yeah.
So it's
But
going backwards, bro. Like to Nintendo when you used to stick your cartridge with Super
pretty
Mario, and that
much, I
was
mean,
it, right?
yeah. Yeah, we have like this
Oh,
ability to play with anybody worldwide, globally, with
yeah,
all the games that, like, quite literally, it has become such a norm to play online. That
yeah,
is the thing that all games are expected of to do. Like I remember back in the day when Call of Duty started live, and then Gears of War and all that started live. But before that, it was mostly you play a campaign, and then you can just do whatever. That's it. It was only campaign. But now
wow,
it's so expected of that when something like this happens, people are like kind of in an uproar about it, and they're like, "Why aren't you following?" But I get it. It's such an open world game that I feel like tweaking it and being able, they're gonna get it eventually.
oh
It's
yeah,
only gonna be a matter of time.
yeah,
But I feel like just give it some time. Enjoy the game,
yeah.
play it out, enjoy the physics and mechanics and the ability to literally quite do anything, and then that will come.
And when it comes, you're ready, ahead of the
Exactly.
competition.
It's like GTA.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Keltec saying if online games and servers went down for 1 week, no online games, no BRs, no PvP, what game, console would you turn to?
Me, PlayStation.
PlayStation? Okay.
Instantly. I think PlayStation has, out of all the platforms, PlayStation has the best games, in
Okay.
my opinion. I can play God of War. I can run
True.
God of War. I can run Jack and Daxter. I can run Sly Cooper. I can run Tony Hawk, um, t- Tekken, GTA, Tony Hawk, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter. Oh, there's a lists of games I can do. I can do offline, lists of games, and
Okay.
I enjoy all of them like religiously.
Okay. So there you go. PlayStation with obviously a full selection of games. So now, yes, God of War is the way to go. I finished that game so fast when it came out. No joke.
Yeah, yeah, me too,
Now
man.
I'm just on PC, man. I don't even use
Yeah,
consoles.
me
It's
too.
like back there, So
I still rock the controller though, but that's as far as I go.
hey, same here. Same here. We know what you're trying to do. We know that you kind of, you're looking to build your community. We learned how you got TonyTobiMontana. You've told us a little bit about who Tony is. Let me ask you a question. You mentioned your brother. Is he still game?
Not really. No, my brother was the guy that we were back in. Okay, so like we had the sibling rivalry growing up. We were like typical sibling rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
We always had to better one, like Super Smash Bros. We always had to better one another growing up. Like that was our thing. Like
Yeah.
we would gun for each other. He always picked Link. I always picked Captain Falcon, and we were at it all the time.
Yeah.
But now he's growing up. He's got an engineering job. He's got a girl that he's about to get engaged with, and get married, and they're planning on having kids. So,
Well,
not
hopefully
really
she don't see
anymore.
this podcast because then you ruin the engagement,
No,
right?
they
I'm
no,
kidding.
they're planning it out together now. Yeah, I'm not ruining
Okay.
anything. Trust me. Trust me.
All right. Okay, so now he's just like doing his thing, no longer in
hmm
the gaming scene. There you go, man.
Yeah, but he still
So
supports me from the sidelines. Like he messaged me like 10 minutes prior to this because he knows about this. He's like, "Hey man, I hope you have a good time with this and good luck, and you deserve it and all that stuff." So he supports me from the sidelines.
that's good though. See, that's what it's supposed to be. Now, let me ask you, like, do you have that? Do you feel you had that support from the parents? I mean, or is it just like you, the friends, the brothers? How does that look on your end?
My mom is a very she's not from the States, so she doesn't understand these concepts.
Yeah.
She looks at it as like I told her. Okay, funny story. So I told her yesterday. I said, excuse me. I said,
Yep.
I have this podcast tomorrow I'm doing. She goes, "It's like an interview." I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "For a job?" I was like, "No." She goes, "Oh, okay,
Oh, that's
whatever."
funny.
I just kind of brushed it off. She's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my mom's mentality. She's like, she has that old school mentality. It's that stigma, I guess you can say. But my brother, friends, brother, everyone supports me like really, really well. Like Will, like you got Will on it. He's one of the
Yeah.
guys that kind of helps me out a lot. And
Okay.
Jordan's pretty cool. A lot of guys kind of support me. I got other friends that help me out. One is Steph, Galileo.
Yeah.
Lots of support coming from everybody, and nothing but love. And it just makes it that much more easier. It's so much fun just to be able to like get together with like-minded individuals and just have fun
That's
and just
it.
be. That's it. And that's what the military was. The military was, the concept of misery loves company, and
Yeah.
everybody in the military was going through all of it together. But at the end of the day, we had each other's backs,
That's
and we
it.
just got through it. And that's what gaming is. Like gaming is the same concept of it's a small niche community of people who are like-minded, and they all come together for a common cause.
Yep. And like I said, man, it's about helping each other grow and everything.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's why I started this podcast, was because, man, like, I see all these big influencers, they're always getting all these interviews and more PR, but what about like us little people? We don't get any of
Mhm.
that. Like,
Yeah.
let's start something. Let's bring all these communities together and let's help each other out. And
Mhm.
like I was telling you, the bigger this podcast gets, the more eyes fall on the videos, and
Mhm.
and then we in the future we say, hey man, 6 months from now, where you at, man? Come back to the
Mhm.
podcast and let's give them a
Yeah.
6 months update on where you're at since we interviewed you, and and
Uh-huh.
just keep that cycle going, man. I think it would be great for people to see
Yeah,
that.
of
You know what I
course.
mean?
Of course.
Fez said and asked, I should say, do you ever play with the viewers in your chat?
all the time. I'm gonna do community nights, but if anybody wants to hop on, I'm willing. More the merrier. That's how I see it.
Hey, listen, Tony, I won't take more of your time, but can you anything else that you'd like to share with us? At this time about Tony or what you're trying to do, accomplish, maybe some goals you've hit, or or maybe where people can find you.
So to start off with, where they can find me on Twitch with mostly on Twitch, Twitter, TonyTobiMontana. That's my Twitter and my Twitch. I try to keep it all. Discord is coming soon. I'm going to be posting that once I make affiliate and with goals, with streamlining to goals. My goal is
Okay.
to make affiliate right now.
Yep.
And then partner, eventually make partner. But that's down the line. But right now it's mostly affiliate and kind of creating an environment. And like it even says it in my about me. My goal is to create a community of like-minded individuals who want to get like an escape from reality, essentially, and kind of have our own community.
Yep.
And to be able to support one another, be there for one another, and just have fun time. That's what I like to do. I like to have fun. I like to entertain the masses, and then just work, and then just grind, and be able to create an environment where people can come to, and they're welcome, no matter who you are.
Yep. No, man, that sounds great. That sounds really, really good. So, listen, Tony, thank you so much again, man, for being here. Thank you for taking the time. It was great having you on the podcast, man. Like again, I hope we could do it here soon, and we could show your progressions. Right now, he hasn't even made affiliate, but we will. We'll get you there. Trust me. All these people in the chat are ready to go. And I think Synthurly has one more question before you go. What are some things you've accomplished that you never thought you would have?
A lot. Being able to be on a camera and stream. That's one thing I've accomplished that I never thought I was able to do. Like it's an accomplishment in my eyes to kind of just be able to open up and be able to show my face and be able to stream, because I was kind of anxious about it. I'm a father. That's one thing that I love. I'm a single. I got a daughter, and that's one of my biggest accomplishment in my life is have a kid.
Yeah.
But have a daughter, and then stream is a really big accomplishment. Join the military, do that, and kind of be able to serve. Those are things that are important to me. But right now, my biggest thing that I'm accomplishing right now is being a dad every day and being able to take care of my daughter. That's my biggest thing.
Well, anything else that you wanna share?
Tune into TonyTobiMontana on Twitch, and you'll see we're gonna be growing. We're gonna be doing. We're gonna move forward together, and that's we're just gonna we got this. So stay tuned.
There you go, guys. Yo, Tony, appreciate you, man. We're gonna go ahead and let you go, but thank you so much for tuning in, man.
Thank you. All right.
Again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Under the Scope Podcast, and we'll see you on the next episode of Under the Scope Podcast.